All right, welcome back to Remotely Wasted. This episode we got team talk. So this episode we're gonna be covering my personal team, Florida State. Then we're gonna be switching over to Nick's team, Oklahoma Sooners. Boomer. Um, so gay. I hate it. I don't know why. I don't even like saying it. It's funny though.
Boomer!
In the crowd in the stadium, it shit goes hard. It's cool. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of just touch on some off-season stuff because neither of our teams have played at this point. So we'll touch on some off-season stuff. We're gonna look at our schedules for the year, make some predictions, and then kind of just dive into our week one matchups. Both our teams got some pretty big games this year. Probably more so Nick's team with OU being in the SEC. They have the harder schedule, but we both have our challenges.
Yeah, I mean, Florida State has the tougher challenge to start the season. That's for sure. Week one, have
Yeah.
Alabama come into Florida State, which is good that they're coming home. If you guys were going on the road to
I would be
Alabama, that
fucked.
that that would suck. But
Yeah,
how are
I'd be.
you feeling? How are you feeling about Alabama coming into to I don't even remember where you guys fucking play Tallahassee.
Fuck you. I don't know. I think I'm probably like a lot more confident than I probably should be coming off our last year. Um, I mentioned in our last video, the vast majority of our starters, I think 16 of them are transfers. We got a whole new everything, Other than the head coach, we basically have a whole new team. We got a new offensive coordinator. We got Gus Malzahn coming over from UCF. We got new offensive line coach Herb Hand. I think he also came from UCF with Gus Malzahn. We got Tony Smith coming from Nebraska, be defensive coordinator. Whole new defensive scheme. Um, what are we running? The 3-5-3, I think is what it is. With the three defensive linemen. Big shift, that's not what we've historically ran or anything close to that. So was it 3-5-3? Eight? Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
3-5-3. That's what we're doing. So a completely new defensive look. Yeah, so it's a big change for us. We got a new quarterback, like a whole new wide receiver room. We got a loaded running back room with transfers from fucking everywhere. Um, a lot of different pieces on defense, and it's just kind of like we're in that point where it's like we don't even know what we have. They really limited the access for the media in the offseason, like so nobody knows how the teams look. We didn't get to see any of the spring training, the Garnet and Gold game that they usually show. We was Nobody was able to see it.
no, nobody really did spring games this past
Yeah,
spring, which really sucks. That's, like I love spring
I did
games.
too. It kind of gives you just an inkling. And I mean, it can also give you a bad look too, because last year we only won two games, but looking in the spring game, I was like, oh, we look nice. DJ was looking good, so I was like optimistic on how the year was, and everything coming out was like, okay, this is gonna be a really good team, really good defense, really good team. Turns out that was not the fucking case, and then we roll into this year, super limited access, so nobody really knows what we have other than kind of like what you can see from these transfers at the previous team. So, looking at Gus Malzahn, it wasn't the best head coach at UCF, but he's got a offensive mind. He had some success at Auburn, went to the national championship game against us, ultimately lost, but he ended up going into that championship game with a not great offensive team. I think their quarterback was like a defensive back switch. I don't think the dude was a quarterback at all. I think he was a cornerback to start or something like that.
Yeah,
So, if he can take that Auburn team to a national championship offensively,
and I
I
mean, if
like
you look at UCF last year,
they
the
weren't
bright spot
terrible,
of UCF was their offense.
right? So I like the way we're gonna look there with him. Obviously Mike Norvell wasn't the best play caller. I did not really enjoy watching our offense under Mike Norvell. The play calling was bland. There's a lot of bubble screens and just shit that was like calls at the wrong times that you just felt like what are we doing? Why are you calling this here? We needed a first down, and you're calling some like stupid play. It was just I don't know. It just felt wrong.
It felt very uninspired.
It was bad.
It felt like he kind of was just checked out a lot
It
of
was
the
yeah.
time on offense.
It was very vanilla.
So I think this will definitely
Yeah,
re-energize like the Florida State offense.
I hope so.
And I mean,
And
you got a fiery quarterback who's already out
yeah,
here talking shit, which is good. You know, you
he is indeed.
compared to like DJ looked like he had no confidence whatsoever last year. So
I don't think
that
he did anything. So we got Thomas Castellanos, transfer quarterback from Boston College. He has a connection with Gus Malzahn. He fits the scheme, so that's a positive. They have the connection, that's a positive. He's been working out supposedly with the receivers in the offseason, building that connection. Positive. We have good wide receiver transfers. Cannot be worse than what we had last year. Them dudes could not catch a fucking cold in the winter. We got Deuce Robinson from USC. It's a pretty big transfer for us, I think. He's a big guy. He's got good hands. He's on our starting depth chart. I'll actually pull up our starting depth chart. I can't type. This came out, I think, like yesterday. So that's what we're looking like on offense and defense. Can't really fit it all there, but
I didn't even realize Brock Glenn was staying. Good for him. You know,
yeah.
staying to.
And then Kevin Sperry was, I think he was committed to OU, and I think we pulled him over, right?
No,
Kevin Sperry.
that's a guy that's coming in next year. Jaden O'Neal.
Okay,
He flipped over to you guys. We honestly did him dirty in his recruiting, so good for him
it's
for
unfortunate.
finding a school to go to.
Uh,
Um,
we
I
got
Gavin
Roy.
Sawchuk is a guy that you guys got from us
Yeah,
at running back, and he was a good running back. He was just banged up a lot. So
yeah,
if he comes in healthy, I think you guys are getting a really good running back in Gavin Sawchuk.
yeah. Like I said, I think our running back room is pretty loaded. Roydell Williams was a transfer from Alabama. He didn't have the best year last year. You know, granted, our offensive line was probably the worst offensive line I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen better offensive lines in high school. So, if we got the O line figured out, the running back should actually play to their potential. Um, so it's gonna be him and Sawchuk splitting carries with we got Jalen Lucas. I think he transferred over from I want to say Indiana or some shit. He's kind of like a gadget player. He's one of probably the fastest people in college football. And then Chroma is our freshman running back. I think he was a top five running back coming out of high school. The clips I've seen of him, that dude is a menace. Like he could be a top running back in college football if he has the opportunities and the blocking to open up for him. Um, Tight end's a little bit weird. I don't know too much about him. Like I said, Deuce Robinson coming over from USC. We got Squirrel White coming from Tennessee,
I
and
feel really
then
good about Squirrel White,
yeah,
honestly.
he's fast as hell. Our offense is probably going to be one of the faster offenses in college football.
And that's how Malzahn likes to do it.
Yeah,
He's kind of like I think he's kind of an up tempo
yep.
guy as well.
And then Javion Boggs is a freshman, true freshman. No starts. He is supposed to be really good. This dude was a menace in high school. Absolute menace. He's on the preseason All-American freshman list. Super excited about him. So we got a lot of potential on offense if the offensive line holds up,
Yeah, I feel
and
like that's your biggest question mark because I mean, like the skill positions look good.
it looks great.
Running back room looks good.
Yep.
Castellanos, you know, I think he's going to be good. He has some confidence to him. If that O line can at least get one of your phases of offense going, like
Yeah.
if it's good run blocking, like that's good. It'll probably open up the pass,
Yep.
and vice versa.
Has to.
At least be good at one of that, like
It.
run blocking or pass blocking.
I think it all comes down to the offensive line. That was our downfall last year. We couldn't stay on the field because we couldn't block, we couldn't throw, we couldn't run. We could do literally nothing on offense. So we we can compete. Um, so we couldn't score. Defense was on the field the whole time, all year, and the defense looks bad too. I'm not saying the defense was good last year by any means, but you can't do anything if you're on the field the entire fucking season. On the defensive side, we got a lot of transfers as well. We got James Williams coming from Nebraska. He's supposed to be really good. Darrell Jackson's might be a first round pick, holding down the middle of the D line. Cryer was on the team last year. Nicholson was a freshman last year. Supposedly the linebacking core is supposed to be a strong part of the team. I don't know. We haven't had a good linebacking core in a little while. Um, Omar Graham's decent. Our secondary, I'm actually a lot more excited about. The secondary and the defensive line. I'm not 100% sold on the linebackers, but um, I don't know. It's a weird scheme, and I'm not sure how it's going to shake out. But Tony Smith had a really good defense in Nebraska. They had a really good defense last year under him. So I hope we have the players to fit it. That's my biggest thing is like, it's his first year. So it's like you kind of got to work with what you got, what you was able to get.
Yeah,
You can't make people fit that offense if they've never played it before and they can't do it. But, he did say he was like, if you ain't showing up in fucking in practice, you ain't playing it down. So, the people that are starters are the people showing up in practice and the
yeah.
people
I mean,
playing.
if he's bringing that intensity, that sounds like a good
Yeah.
sign in comparison to last year, where
Yep.
it just felt like there wasn't a fire lit under anybody. I think him bringing that mentality definitely puts you guys a lot better. I mean, how many didn't he bring some guys from Nebraska over to the defense?
Yeah, yeah. James Williams is like the biggest one. Like this dude he was really good at Nebraska. A lot of hype with him. So I'm really excited. He's one of the people that keep an eye out on the defense. So if he was able to start, piling up the sacks, he'll kind of live up to the hype. I'm excited for him. And like I was
Yeah.
saying, like if you're not showing up in practice, like you ain't playing, you ain't starting, and like that kind of like so Charles Lester the third, I think he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Like previously we would maybe kind of lean to like, oh, you got the talent and the hype coming in, you're gonna play.
We'll go ahead and throw you in there. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously he's not fucking starting. Maybe he's not showing up. Yeah, we got a true freshman starting at wide receiver. Like we ain't had a true freshman start at wide receiver since Rashad Green back when we won the national championship. Like when he was a freshman.
That's good company.
So it's been a while. I find that kind of points to his skills. So kind of feels good. We're kind of I feel like we're trending in the right direction. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to beat Bama week one. Um, they are favored by 13 and a half. I I want to say we win. We're at home, sold out crowd. Um, Alabama has a quarterback with no starts. I don't know how mobile he is, so if we can get to him, I think we can maybe rattle him. Make him maybe force some bad decisions. And then if our defense can get off the field, the offense I think will find it eventually. It has to. The
Uh,
O-line cannot be worse than it was last year. It cannot be. It's fucking impossible.
I think it comes down to Ty Simpson because I mean they do have you know almost a Jeremiah Smith caliber receiver and Ryan
Yeah.
Williams at Alabama.
Yeah, they
So
do.
you got to lock him down if
I mean,
Ty,
we're gonna have five people in the secondary at least back there. Like some,
which yeah it's a different type of defense, because what did you
yeah.
call it? Is it's a three
It's like a three
four
five. It's like a three
five
five three
3-5-3?
type
Okay,
type thing. Maybe it's not 3-5-3 because we don't have five linebackers, but it's like maybe it's a 3-2-3 or some shit or 3-2-5
like it's where you guys got more secondary
because we got
players,
three
right?
defensive linemen, so there's three. Three linebackers, so 3-3-3-3-5. Yeah, 3-3-5.
Yeah. So I mean, you
So
guys
there's
you guys are probably gonna be double teaming Ryan
and
Williams the whole
and
game.
Tony Smith blitzes a lot. So like the linebackers aren't gonna be all in coverage. Like at least one of them's gonna be blitzing like at all times, more than likely, unless we're dropping everybody and just rushing three. I mean, if we can do that, and then, one of these three can get through the line all the time, like that'd be great. But I mean, that's not super. realistic. You can't just run that all the time because you'll just get cooked by the run. Look at the burps. So, obviously one of these linebackers is going to be blitzing all the time. So, I mean, in theory, there'll be four defensive linemen, but you don't know which one it's going to be. A lot of scheming and whatnot. So, I like our defense probably more than the offense. It's just, yeah, I think it's going to come down to Ty Simpson and our offensive line, which is going
Yeah,
to be better.
and Tom Castellanos is gonna have to back up the
Yeah,
talk
has to.
on Saturday. So that's
And
that's a big thing. Hopefully he's good on his feet. We saw that last year at Boston College.
yeah,
I think he's good on short yardage throws. I don't know much about his deep passing. I didn't really see a lot of it at Boston College. I don't think they even really had the personnel for him to even do that. Um, so
yeah,
I
he didn't really throw for a lot last year, anyways.
I feel like he's gonna have to make plays on his feet and then kind of manage with his arm.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, the year before he threw for 2,200. I mean, I don't know. I'm just maybe just I'm hoping he's just, in a better scheme. He fits our scheme better. We have a better team than Boston College. I think we have better athletes. Um, as long as the offense holds up and he doesn't make bad decisions with the ball, you know, I, I think we'll be okay. We can maybe hang around, maybe force some turnovers on defense, get off the field, hold them to field goals. I like our chances. I do.
And
That could,
what the home crowd is a big factor that I think
yeah,
is it could be the X factor in the game because I mean if you guys do something big at the start of the game, interception,
yeah.
um, just a big good first drive, get a touchdown, that crowd, the momentum is really going to shift your guys' way. But Ryan
That's
Williams, man, if he gets open and Ty Simpson is good enough to get
it's
him the ball,
it's gonna be a tough
it's gonna
day.
be a tough battle, and that offensive line has to hold up.
Has to, man, has to. Because like if we can't get the running game going, we're done for. We're dead in the water. Like we have
Yeah,
such a talented running back core. We had good running backs last year too. We just couldn't fucking run the ball. Like as soon as they was getting the ball, they in the backfield, or we'd get 2 yards. Um, it was bad. It was hard to watch. It was so hard to watch any of the games from us last year. Like even the two games we won, it was just like it was dogfights. Like we barely won those two games. We beat Cal like super close, and we beat like an FCS team.
yeah. I watched the FCS game, and it was like the only game that was actually good the whole year.
Yeah, we comfortably won that.
Well, because I watched like the first like I think I watched like the first three, and you guys like lost all three of them. I was like, maybe I'm bad luck, but then y'all kept losing, so I was like, okay,
Yeah, no, we
it wasn't me.
no, we were just bad. We were just bad. 100% just bad. That was all us. And you can't really blame that on anybody else. We can't blame it on, missing the playoffs the last year. You know, a good bit of that team that didn't make the playoffs. They wasn't even on the team the next year. So it's like you can't blame it on, oh, they got snubbed from the playoffs. We had a bad year. We had a whole new quarterback, a lot of new offensive people, new defensive people. It's like that's not a good excuse. I'd like to think that would be a good excuse, and I'd like to just, but yeah, that's why we had a bad year. I don't know. I still can't figure out what the fuck happened to us. But I'm putting it all on the offensive line. It all starts with them. They were horrendously bad. So that has to be a complete. It was a complete overhaul of the offensive line as well. So
Yeah, I
um,
mean, it was. I mean, if I recall correctly, y'all basically cleaned house on the coaching staff aside from Norvell,
yeah,
right?
had to, had to. It was either like he goes or the rest of them go. Um, and shit, we have another bad year like that. He might go too.
He probably. I mean, if you guys aren't over
I don't.
500, he's
Yeah,
gone.
he's gone. He has to be.
You guys have to
Um,
at least be 8-5.
it just ain't working out at that point. I hate to say because I like him and I like the way he coaches. I like his mentality. I like the way he talks to the players. Like he's got that motivation. I don't know, but like I'm glad he's now not calling the offense too. That could have been part of it. Um, we do pretty well in the transfer portal. Our recruiting is a big question mark. We didn't do that well in recruiting this past year. Next year, we're on the up. Um, I think we have been relying on the recruiting, the transfer, or not the recruiting, the transfer portal way too much. Um, 'Cause, yeah, now we have another senior quarterback. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do next year? Another transfer, or is Brock Glenn gonna take over? Like, can he make that next step? Is he good enough to lead the offense next year? Is Kevin Sperry gonna take over, or do we hit the portal again and bring in another fucking temporary quarterback? It'd be what, 3 years in a row? Um,
Yeah,
so
you would hope Brock Glenn takes
I hope
over
so, man.
after this year.
I hope so. I like Brock Glenn. I like him a lot. And I mean,
It,
last year it's nothing he could have fucking done. We had Luke, DJ, and Brock all fucking playing, and none of the three could do anything behind that offensive line. So it's like
yeah,
I don't blame any of them. I I, I like DJ, but like I was like mad at it at the same time, and I was like, this dude fucking sucks. But like I don't think it was entirely on him. He did get hurt, but I'm putting it all on the offensive line, all of it. Every single fucking thing that was wrong with the team last year started with them. Might not have been, completely all them, but it started with the offensive line.
yeah.
It was just bad from Jump Street and just kind of expanded from there. Um, but I like where we're trending. I like our chances for Alabama. We might not win, but I think we do. We do. If we don't, I hope it's close. That'll give me some confidence going into the rest of the season. If we get blown the fuck out, so we'll start there. If we get blown out, obviously that's a loss. We beat
East A&M is
we
is a
That's a
win.
win. Kent
And
State's
Kent State, you
probably a
guys
win.
whooped the fuck out of Kent State. Kent State's
Yeah.
worse than most FCS schools. So
Virginia, I think we win. So we'll be 3-1. If we get blown out against
Miami
Alabama, we probably lose to
will lose
Miami.
Miami.
I think
Pitt,
we
I
could
don't
beat
know anything
Pitt.
about Pitt right now.
I think we beat
Stanford,
Stanford,
we whoop.
beat Wake Forest. We get blown out by Clemson, win. Uh,
At NC
sketchy,
State, probably
sketchy.
if you get blown out by Bama, you probably lose to
It's
NC State
sketchy,
towards
and
the
then we
end.
probably lose to Florida. So we might have 5 losses potential. I think five's our max.
Yeah, and that's what I was
Optimistic.
saying. Like Norvell needs to go like minimum needs to be 8-5. Like that has to be like the worst you guys do.
Yeah, but we beat Bama. Um, I don't see why we don't beat everybody but Clemson.
Yeah, and maybe Florida just because the rivalry is there.
Yeah,
Um,
depending. Also Miami. Shit happens. So if we beat Bama, I think we only lose at minimum 3 games. Miami,
yeah,
Clemson, Florida. But
yeah.
you know, it,
Max 3 games, but ceiling 11
ceiling
and
if we beat
11 and 1 or
if we
12 and
beat
0.
Bama and we look great, I don't see why we can't beat anybody but Clemson. I can't see us beating them. So ceiling 1 loss.
5 losses is what
Yeah,
it.
bottom 5. If we fucking lose more than that, season's a dump. He gotta go.
Yeah. So I mean,
Um,
that's not a bad like
it's better than last year. It's an improvement.
that's not a bad like 4 8 and 5. I think most teams will take that. Like
Yeah,
if
but
we have a bad year and it's 8-5, that's good. But I mean, obviously you want to compete for a championship, especially
yeah,
when you guys were just a couple years ago undefeated.
exactly. So we're 2 years removed from a 13-win season. This should not be what the fuck we got going on. We're back to the mid 2000s when we was going 8-5, um, for every year, like shit like that. Having losing seasons. That's just not acceptable, and especially with this new NIL period, we have money.
Yeah, I think Florida State's like
We might not,
20th in money. They have a lot of money.
yeah,
Like
we might not be a top 10 team, but like we have money to compete. We're probably a top 5 school in the ACC for money. And we also have that prestige, so that would maybe bump us up a little bit more. People might not like care about the money as much and want to go to a big school. So it kind of gives us a little bit of extra bonus points. Some people don't give a shit about that, but you never know. You always find those players that But I don't want to go to North Carolina. They're gonna pay me 5 mil. I'm gonna go to Florida State, and I'll take 2.5, something like that. I'm optimistic about the season. I'm so optimistic. I know I was last year, and I got my heart broke. Um, God, I fucking hope we win. I'm hoping we win. I'm just hoping Ty Simpson sucks, and if we can knock off an Alabama team, they could be 2-win team this year. As long as we beat them week one, that'll give us the confidence to just kind of snowball through the season, I think. We could be bad and still, I think that would be a win for us
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean, I
season.
think that's like kind of the beauty I think of the transfer portal is that it give like you could have a really bad season like you guys did last year.
Yeah.
Now you're like, maybe
Whole
this year isn't as bad.
It's a whole new team. Whole new team. We don't know what we got. It's like a box of chocolates, as Forrest Gump said. So who fucking knows? I don't even know what the fuck the team's gonna be like. No, none of the fans really know. Everybody's kind of just like, what the fuck are we gonna? How are we gonna look? Like literally everybody's like, how do you think we're gonna be? What's the offense gonna look like? Nobody really fucking knows.
Yeah, I think if you guys just walk out with like a close loss to Bama, I would still feel pretty good about the season. If
I
it's
would too.
if it's like a one to two score game and it's like
If we lose by less than 10, I will be okay with that.
yeah,
I will not be mad.
I
Actually,
would be
I
like,
will
you know
be
what?
mad. I'll be mad, but I will be. I'm saying this right now. I'll be mad, but I'll be content. I'll
Now,
be.
if you guys lose a close one to Bama, you're leaving thinking, Miami, Clemson, Florida is probably the only challenges we're really gonna have the rest of the
Yeah.
way.
And then if Alabama turns out to be good and we lose close, those games might be doable.
Yeah, and then that loss, the better Alabama does,
Yeah,
the better that loss looks if you guys do lose. And then
100%.
also beating Alabama, you still want Alabama to do good after that to
True.
make that to validate that win because
True.
you
Yeah.
don't want to beat Bama, then Bama goes like 7-6 or something.
Yeah. Then just ass. Yeah. It's a interesting season. It's a lot of question marks all over the place. Whole new team. There ain't many teams in our situation with just this complete revamp. Um, it's like big schools, anyways, like just all across the board. So, yeah, tune in, watch the game, come holler at us in the
Yeah.
comments, and then fucking either glaze you boy or troll me. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with Florida State this year.
So,
Going into to my team, Oklahoma Sooners, we have less to talk about as far as like this week. We're playing Illinois State, so
yeah,
if we have any
let's
issues whatsoever against Illinois State, this is a very very bad sign.
let's start like off season, like any big transfers, any big moves, any big changes.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the biggest change is obviously we parted ways with our offensive staff from last year. Um,
Fucking finally.
Seth Luttrell, we got rid of him, and then we had Joe John Finley was he's the tight ends coach. He called the plays the rest of the year. We kept him on as the tight ends coach, but we brought in Washington State's offensive coordinator Ben Arbuckle. He brought
I think
along
that's a
with
good
him.
move.
It was a great move, and they had Washington State, I believe, was ranked 7 last year in
Yeah,
offense.
they've had a
So
good offense for a little while.
they had a great offense. They bring in John Mateer from Washington State, who, had I think 40 total touchdowns
So
last
already
year.
and then already have that connection with the offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
So
he already knows
no,
the system. He's teaching the receivers
yeah,
the system. We
that's
got the
great.
number one running back transfer, Jaden Ott, out of Cal. He was hurt all last year, I guess, but the year before he was really productive. He's third on the depth chart right now, so I don't know if he's still like rehabbing from the injury or
Probably.
whatnot. But that he's more, from my understanding, he's more of like a receiving, like third down type back. He's not necessarily a every down you're gonna hand it to him type of guy.
Right.
The defense, we lost Stutzman, we lost Bowman, but honestly, I think this defense is better. This is probably the best defense we've had under Brent.
Damn,
Um,
that's a big statement. Because that defense last year, I was saying it last episode. That defense was so good. Even like the games you guys lost, like it wasn't the defense's fault. It was the offense.
oh yeah, no, and the offense just like made the defense look worse because they were just going 3 and out
Yeah.
every drive. It's like the defense needs the rest. Like by the fourth quarter, the defense would be exhausted. I think this is the first year, where we have guys because we've got rid of all the Lincoln Riley guys, after
Yep.
last year. So this is the first year where we have guys who, from freshman to senior year, have been in the Venables defense, and it's a very complex defense. And they understand the defense now. Guys that have sat under Stutzman, like Kip Lewis, was like Stutzman's backup for several years, started mixing in with the starters. Now he's starting at linebacker. I think he'll just fill right in for Stutzman. Um, Defense looks good. We got your boy Marvin Jones Jr. He's starting apparently on the D line, so we'll
That
see if
motherfucker didn't do shit last year, but maybe see. I think our issue with him and old fucking what's his nuts that went to Tennessee. I can't even remember his name
I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
because he was opposite Jared Verse that year, and
Fisk. No, not
Patrick
Fisk.
Payton.
Yeah, Patrick Payton. That's it.
Yeah, he had a really good year that year, and then last year it was like him and Marvin Jones Jr. opposite each other. They were supposed to cook. We was like, all right, Patrick Payton had a really good year the year before. Turns out that wasn't the fucking case. It was all Jaren Verse and Fisk pulling double teams, and Patrick Payton was getting one on ones and eating. And then I don't think he really has that drive that needed to be there. He didn't have the commitment. He wasn't hungry, and it showed. So he didn't fucking perform. So now he's not even a starter on Tennessee yet. I'm pretty sure Tennessee is where he went.
Yeah, if I
Um,
remember correctly.
and then
Yeah.
yeah, Marvin Jones Jr. He was a backup on Georgia. He's a legacy player, so he's like, okay, cool, come on over. If you're a backup on Georgia, normally you're a fucking starter on most teams. Didn't really pan out for us, but hopefully, y'all's defense is probably going to be better than ours. So, maybe he'll lock in, and he's not going to be double teamed. Maybe he'll get one on ones, and maybe he's going to eat.
Yeah, I think the because I'm a little iffy on him just because he didn't play very good last year.
Yeah,
But I will say he does have Venables.
yeah, way better
Maybe
defensive coordinator.
maybe crack the code, and then also we're so deep on defense we could sub him in and out. So maybe
Right.
he just needs to play less downs to have
Yeah,
more
maybe.
energy.
And I hope
Um,
the best for him. Like I hope he does good. I really do. So
he's playing on a good defensive line. Like he doesn't have to pull all the weight on the defensive line. We have
mhm.
like our best players like our defensive end, R. Mason Thomas. He was just a sack machine last year. So Marvin Jones has to do less than he. I
Yeah,
think. I think he was expected to do a lot on Florida State.
he was.
He's coming over here. He's more just another cog in the
Like yeah, a
machine.
role play. He's like a role player. He's just kind of rotating in and out, and just not out there for three straight downs or whatever the case may be. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see. I'm assuming he's starting Illinois State is kind of like
yeah,
let's
probably.
let's see how this goes against Illinois State
Yeah,
just to see then because I think it's just a test before they make the decision on Michigan. Like, are we starting in Michigan or not? We're gonna find out this
yeah.
weekend.
I like I said, I hope he does good. I really do. Patrick Payton, he can get fucking bent. I don't think he's worth what everybody said he was, but Marvin Jones Jr. being a legacy commit, I hope he's good. Hope it turns out good for him.
Yeah, I hope he's good. I mean, we're in a weird position too as far as like a quarterback because
Yeah,
we brought in a transfer, but we also had our guy last year stay. You guys had brought Glenn stay. We had Michael Hawkins Jr. stay. And I really like the commitment, from those guys to like sit and develop at the schools they were
yeah.
already at. Not get mad because another guy came in and instead say like, okay,
Again,
I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to learn.
yeah.
And,
Honestly, I think y'all's transfer is probably better on paper than ours. I mean, which is kind of funny because they both are under like coaches that they were previously with. I mean, obviously Castellanos wasn't with Malzahn last year, but he has that
yeah,
connection. Like they've
that prior commitment, yeah.
right. So it's like they have that connection. They fit the scheme. It's like, but on paper, statistically based off history, like, Mateer's better. So like I like that a lot for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, last year the offense, I think we
It was
we might have had
bad.
it. We might have had a worse offense than you guys, honestly.
Well, you
Like
guys
it
had
was,
fucking like six receivers hurt like the majority of the year. Like that was crazy. I remember that. It was like your starting six were hurt like for like a couple games in a row. We like I mean, everybody was talking about it. It was like, what the fuck? Like, this is like never happened before.
Yeah, you might see if you could pull a OU depth chart. Because I mean, we do have receivers coming back, or we do not coming back, but transferred in because everybody left. Nick Anderson left. Farouk left. Uh, Either the offseason fucking just
Um,
destroyed me. I was like, God damn, why is everybody leaving? Because I know we released it the other
let's try
day.
this. I
Okay,
want,
so
I want like the list like
the
what we
the
had.
whole list, yeah,
Yeah. Let's try images.
yeah, that's what I saw the other day. So yeah, see, we got what the Casey Thompson's still on the team.
Why
No,
is it zooming out? But
that's last year's because that's Jackson
yeah.
Arnold. I was like Casey Thompson, isn't there's no way he's playing.
Um,
But it looked like it looked like that, but it was like John Mateer and
it's
stuff.
all Jackson Arnold on
That's
it.
Jackson Arnold, 22.
The fuck? Why is it so fucking hard to just find shit?
Fine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's maybe
Now we'll just fucking go
this is
through
a little
this.
bit better to navigate. Yeah. So I mean, quarterback, we kind of know the deal there. Running back, Javante Barnes is he was really solid last year. He's probably like one of our only good offensive players. And then Jaden Knott, he's the one I was talking about. He's a number one running back transfer in the country out of Cal. Xavier Robson had a few good games. Our tight end coach needs to be fucking fired because Jaron Kanik was an outside linebacker last year,
That's crazy.
and he's our starting tight end.
And
Like
maybe the dude can catch.
I
Uh,
hope he was one of my favorite players. Like
is he
not
is he big?
he's decent size, and
I mean,
he's the size
maybe
of a tight end.
maybe he was like, okay, oh, this dude's big as hell and he can catch. So he kind of fits the profile.
Like he's one of my favorite like personalities on the team. I don't know about his talent level, but he's a really funny guy. He brings a lot of good energy to the
Yeah.
team. But why can we not recruit a tight end? We had like the number one tight end in the country transferred out.
That sucks.
He should. This guy, John Finley, was calling the plays. He should have just got fired at the end of last year too. Receivers, yeah. Keontez Lewis, I think we brought him out of I want to say like Arkansas or some shit like that, or maybe that was Santinga. Uh, Jacob Jordan's a returning guy. He's like a slot receiver, kind of filling that Drake Stoops role. Deion Burks is going to be our number one go-to guy. We're going to most of the time. I thought he was leaving for sure last year. It was like a top two moment of last year, like beating Alabama and him saying he's coming back was like the second
The
best
highlights.
because he like went to Venable's office and he was like, "Ah, I gotta give you my jerseys." He's like, Venables like thought he was like leaving. He was like, "Oh man, I wish you the best. Like, you're a great player. Sorry this year didn't work out." And he was like, "Nah, I'm messing with you, coach. I just changed my number." And he like unzipped his hoodie, had a different number on.
That's
And
fucked up.
Venables was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go."
He's like, thank fucking God.
Offensive line is going to be real, like Florida State. Our offensive line is just a question mark. Basusi was a 5 star. I believe he was like the top offensive tackle coming out. He's a true freshman starting. He's also on like the all true freshman American list or whatever the fuck that is. Um, Everybody else is a transfer, from my understanding. I think Troy Everett's a returner,
Welcome to the club, brother.
but is
Welcome to the club.
um our fate basically it's on our line. Can our line hold up for Mateer? He does have the mobility that I mean Jackson Arnold was mobile too, but I think he's more composed to where he could throw on the run in a way
Yeah.
that Jackson Arnold wasn't able to do. I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad we have Jaden Knott because he's like a running back that could catch. So like maybe we could do screens like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
And yeah, defenses we're stacked. Uh,
That's my boy.
Marvin Jones, Jaden Jackson's a really good player. He was a freshman last year. He produced almost immediately. David Stone was the number one defensive tackle a couple of years ago, so he's a sophomore, I believe. R. Mason Thomas, he's the best dude on the defense. Kobe McKenzie, him and Kip Lewis, are kind of taking that Danny Stutzman role. And then let's see, corners kind of corner and safety. I'm not super concerned, but I'm a little concerned.
I mean, as long as the D line and or the linebackers can get pressure based off what you're running, the secondary don't need to be as good, but they gotta be at least fucking decent.
like strong safety Peyton Bowen, he's going to be good. Right cornerback Gentry Williams, he's going to be really good. I think Eli Bowen is hurt, and that's why he's not on the depth chart. So he's probably going to be our number one corner, and I just don't know how hurt he is. I haven't looked into that. But if he's only just hurt for this 1 week, and we just don't want to risk it against Illinois State,
Yeah, I
we
wouldn't.
should be fine in the secondary. But if he's not able to come back like fully healthy, that's kind of a problem. He's Peyton Bowen's brother, which I think it's hilarious. You know, their names are Peyton and Eli.
I
Peyton
fuck
and
with it.
Eli Bowen.
That's cool.
I'm assuming his parents did that on purpose.
100%.
Um, I feel good about the depth chart. Honestly, like O line is the biggest issue. We'll see.
Fucking always is.
Looking at the schedule, easy win against
Yeah,
Illinois State.
it's at home.
Michigan, it's
At
at
home,
home.
that,
I
that
think we win because it's a Venables defense
against a
against a
true freshman
freshman
quarterback in his second
quarterback.
start.
That's that's what I'm thinking. So
Ha
I think we get
has
away
to
with it.
be like has to be, and you got a senior quarterback. You got some weapons. Um, eh, yeah, it's gonna come. It's like the same spot we're in. It's gonna come down to the O line. I mean, your quarterback's not as big of a question, but O line, and then can your defense get some stops? Can you get the short fields, the turnovers, holding to the field goals? Could be a low scoring game, it could be a little bit of a slugfest. I don't think so, but I think you guys, I would put my money on you guys to win that game for sure.
Yeah, I would say if we
I'm,
don't at least lose close, there's a problem. Like it has to at least be a close loss if it is
yeah,
a loss,
I think it's
and
three and
it
zero.
needs to be like we didn't let them score much, but we couldn't score type of deal.
Yeah, I think it's 3-0 going into Auburn, against old fucking Jackson Arnold at home. Uh,
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to handle the crowd that
I
comes
don't
with
even know
that
if he's
game.
gonna be the fucking starter come that game, but
I don't even know if he's gonna be a starter week one from what we're
yeah,
hearing. He's getting benched like at practice and stuff.
yeah.
So
And then
Kent
it's
Stant we dog walk.
and it's not even like he knows like the defense either, because it's like new players. It's not like he's got the inside scoop. New quarterback,
And it's like
new offense.
Venables is he does like a multiple defense type thing, I think.
Yeah,
So it's like a
exactly.
different
So
thing every week.
I
Uh,
don't. He's not gonna help them at all. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 0 going into Texas at
I would
home.
say like on paper right now we lose to Texas. I
Probably. I think so.
I hope we win, and
We'll
I
see what
think
Arch Manning looks like up until that point.
yeah, like
Um,
if Texas loses to Ohio State, maybe this is a different conversation if we beat
yeah,
Michigan.
and Arch ain't looking as good as we're thinking. Could potentially be 6-0, but definitely 5-0 going into Texas.
South Carolina at South Carolina, like I'm thinking that's probably a loss. Like honestly,
I
like
think so.
they have an amazing defensive line. They have a really good quarterback that's mobile.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of hard to stop.
So
Ole
potentially
Miss, I
two
think's a win.
losses, win. I think that's a win.
Win Bama, we'll see. Ty Simpson, it's like same
Yeah.
thing with you guys basically. Like if
Yep.
Ty Simpson shows up, probably a loss. If he's
Could
not
be
good,
could be three.
probably a win.
LSU could be four. So I think at most four losses.
Yeah, so we're looking at a four loss, worst case
Max.
scenario.
I think
Best
so.
case scenario, I would say like
You lose
one to
to
two.
uh
I would say
it,
Texas and South Carolina are like the biggest, like we could seriously lose those games.
LSU, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and I guess we'll learn a lot about LSU this weekend as well.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a tough schedule with Michigan, Texas, South Carolina, and LSU and
what I like
Alabama.
about
So like,
LSU is LSU's coming to Norman this year, which helps out a lot.
yeah.
Um,
Thank God
Nick,
for you.
I feel like Nick Anderson's gonna get booed so much. Because like most players, like I don't think we really care, but he was like a legacy player, and he had like a podcast that was like OU dedicated. So
Yeah, he was on there, huh?
him leaving is kind of just like it just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, especially when he didn't play at all last year.
I mean, I get
Um,
it. You want to go to a team that's gonna help you get put in the league. LSU's
yeah,
LSU. If you're a wide receiver, LSU and Ohio State's that those two teams.
yeah. So I mean,
Sucks, but
it's all good, but he's definitely gonna get
did
this.
he transfer
Like,
before you guys got Mateer?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Every receiver left before we got Mateer because they didn't know what was because
yeah, so they might be thinking back like, oh fuck, I might have left too soon. But like then you can't wait too long because then that team might fill up and they might not need you.
yeah, because Mateer kind of
It was
like
kind of late.
he waited like 3 weeks to give us like an
Yeah.
answer.
So I mean,
Because he was like it was like Mateer was coming, and then like it was like, oh, Miami's trying to get Mateer. Like they like swooped in. So then
fuck
it
Miami,
became
man.
this like battle
That's the
between us
same
and
shit that happened
Miami.
with us. Fucking Washington State quarterback came Ward. It's either us or Miami. And fucking turns out it was Miami.
Yeah, it seems like there's like kind of a weird pipeline between Washington State and Miami.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess
that's like
so.
their minor league team or something.
Hey
Uh,
man, Pac-12 quarterbacks be airing that shit out.
yeah, so I'm glad we got him and Miami didn't, because like
Yeah, fuck.
I would have really hated Miami at that point.
Yeah, me too. I'm way less confident in Carson Beck than I'd be in John Mateer.
Yeah, I
Just
mean, some people said that, because like when Mateer came to us, he was the number one quarterback. Then Beck entered the portal, and some people are saying he's the number one quarterback, and I'm like, I don't see it with Beck,
yeah,
honestly. Like, I really
not
don't think he is the
yeah,
number one
not based off
quarterback.
the previous year, but I mean, he does have
Better
hit.
competition
He
too.
does have the history, and he's got he's got a championship. He's played better competition. So, but yeah, that was with fucking old Brock Bowers and Lad McConkey who were tearing it up in the NFL, and he ain't got them anymore. And it seemed like he fell off when they left.
Yeah.
So is
So I
that
mean, we'll see with that.
yeah?
I'm uh
I don't know.
I'm feeling like cautiously optimistic, but I'm not sold. Like a lot of OU fans, like a lot of like every fan base, at the start of the season, we're gonna go like undefeated. Like I'm
There's
not
no way.
I'm not feeling that good. I'm
It's
honestly,
possible. It's possible. It's slight possibility. If John Mateer is that fucking dude and that defense is a Venables defense, okay, yeah, I could see it. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's like fucking 50%, but like y'all come out and y'all whoop on Michigan. Michigan's always got a good defense. And Mateer looks great. Yeah, fuck, I don't see why not. I don't see why you guys don't have that opportunity and that potential to maybe win out. I really don't.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, but also on the flip side, like we could be really bad this year. Like
yeah,
if the O line sucks, we could be just as bad this year because we have our schedule is not any easier than it was last year.
yeah.
It's the exact same schedule, like literally the exact same schedule plus Michigan. Just flip. The games that were home last year are away this year, and vice
Yep.
versa. So I want to be optimistic. If we could go like if we get into Texas and we're undefeated, like yeah, I
That's
like
that's
it.
a
I
good
like
that's a
it
good bit of momentum. Yeah. I
because I
don't I
mean we're only one win away from being bowl eligible at that point.
yeah.
Like we probably at if we go into Texas 5-0, we probably win 8 games like to close out the season. I can live with that. I can live with that. I don't know if you can live with that.
But as a fan, a realistic fan,
Like I don't
um
know if Venables' career can live with. I think they might fire him
yeah.
if he doesn't win 9 games.
Man, shit, I would say like if y'all fired him, I'd be loving to get him as a defensive coordinator, but I'm like actually happy with who we got as DC. So like I don't yeah,
Honestly, if I'm Venables and I get fired, I'm going right back to Clemson.
yeah, fuck it, why not?
Like
I don't
they obviously need him,
yeah.
and
And
they have
maybe
a great offense. Like fuck
and
it.
maybe head coaching is not his thing, that's been that way for that's a lot of defensive fucking coordinators. They cannot head coach.
Yeah,
That's just the way it works. It's an offense first league, sort of say, college football is
but
offense first.
then again, like some of the best coordinator, like some of the best coaches, like Kirby Smart was a defensive coordinator.
Some of them, not very many.
Bob Stoops, he's the one, built the program. He was defensive coordinator at Florida
Yeah,
before he came over
just
here.
not very many.
Um, yeah, I mean there isn't a lot of them, but
Yeah.
they are out there, and they you can't have an elite
Well, yeah, you can
defensive
be elite.
coach.
but then like they just can't make that. They just can't get there. Like
Yeah, I mean, this is his chance. I think if he doesn't do it this year, I mean, he doesn't
that's.
have to win a championship. He just has to like be in playoff contention.
I feel
That's
like this is
that's
the
that's
best
all we
quarterback
need.
he's probably had since he's been there.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, he looks
I,
better
I
than Dylan Gabriel did coming in, and he
okay, yeah, Dylan
looks.
Gabriel was there with him. Never
Yeah,
mind.
but coming in, Dylan Gabriel didn't have these same stats. Like he looked okay
But
coming
Dylan
in.
Gabriel was good. He was really good.
Yeah, I mean he was good that
I forgot.
especially
Yeah, I
that
forgot
that
he was
second
there.
year.
I forgot he was there with Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, never mind. Maybe second best, but
Yeah,
um,
because I mean Jackson Arnold, he was the number one recruit in OU history. So
see,
who
the recruits don't always fucking shape up.
like that was crazy to me because he was like they're saying he's like they were saying he's a better recruit than Adrian Peterson, which like just blew my mind.
Yeah, but I mean, it also depends on like where they go. His confidence could just be fucking broken. That's why he's not performing at Auburn. He could just be broken. It could have been ruined. That that
I think he
happens.
has the arm talent.
That does
Like
happen. You go to
he's
you go to a team and you're
mobile.
like praised as this fucking god, and you show up and the team's not to where you need them to be for to you
Well,
to perform at that level that you're supposed to be at. You know what I
that's
mean?
what
Like,
happened with DJ at Clemson. DJ
yeah,
came in like he was like the top quarterback recruit or one of the top ones, like a top two. And
didn't
then
do that great.
his best year was at Oregon State.
He did okay at Clemson. He did okay, but fuck. Yeah, it's just that it doesn't always line up.
Yeah, and I mean, quarterback's such a mental, like, if you don't have the mental toughness,
Yeah.
especially in college football, which, it kind of sucks because you got like 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, like,
And
that have like the pressure of like the world on them.
high school is vastly different. You could be playing high school teams that have, maybe only a couple dudes that even committed to a Power Five school. You be playing some teams, the whole fucking team that you're playing against they're all committed to big schools. But you could have dudes like going to fucking Rutgers on the cornerback, and you're cooking their ass with a dude that's going to fucking LSU. You're like, okay, well, I'm fucking eating. All fucking high school, I'm eating. You got a great offensive line, and then you get to college, and you ain't got what you just had in high school, and you ain't playing what you just had. You're playing better. Sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't translate.
Yeah. And I mean, the same thing happens, the jump from college to NFL is,
Yeah,
guys will be great in college. They get to the NFL,
it's
they can't
a
do
lot
it.
of steps you're going up. It's so fucking hard.
Even within college football, going up from like a mid, group of five team to like,
A
an
Power Five school.
SEC, Big Ten, ACC.
Yeah,
A lot
it
of a
doesn't
lot of
always work
guy a
out.
lot of guys can't handle that jump either. Um,
100%.
so yeah, I mean, we'll see. We got a good weekend ahead of us. So
Pray for me.
yeah, if
Uh,
you're if
but-
you're an OU fan or a Florida State fan, like let us know what your predictions are
yeah, for
for
sure.
the year. I'm pretty sure you guys will like love this way more than like the main show because we're biased as fuck.
I try not to be too much. I try to be a little bit of a realist, but I like to have at least the optimism going into the season. I'm like, okay, I like the potential. You know, whether or not that's crushed on week one, we'll see. Like it was last year, but sky's the limit, floor's the bottom. We be anywhere in between. You fucking never know.
Yeah. I mean, you got to at least like have a little bit of belief in your team.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're not believing in your team, why are you even watching it? Why do you even root for college football? Like, you might as well go watch the NFL and stick to fucking statistics and all that bullshit that
yeah,
they. Oh,
unless you're like just like you're a fan of like just one of the bottom feeders that just is never good. And I get it.
yeah,
Like if you're a Stanford fan right now, I get it.
that's
Like
fucking unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I mean, I feel like a lot of those fans that have, they're fans of the small schools like that. I feel like they have an alternate team that they root for that's like a bigger. Yeah, like, I feel like you'd have to. Like,
well, I mean
I mean, like we
that's what
have
I do
team.
in the NFL. Like when the Patriots were shitty, I'm like obviously I'm still rooting for the Patriots, but I'm
Yeah,
like
I mean, like,
I like Jalen Hurts,
because
so
like
like
we have
I'll watch
other
them.
we have other college teams we like. We like Arizona. We both like Texas Tech.
Yeah, I like
Um,
UCLA. I like Florida State. Like
yeah, we kind of fuck with Penn State a little bit.
yeah,
Um,
I
Yeah.
still like Colorado.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Colorado does. I don't hate Colorado at all.
I like Arkansas for some reason. Like I
Yeah,
just like
I
always
like
kind of like
Arkansas too.
Arkansas.
So yeah, I feel like we like kind of a lot of the same teams in college.
Kansas, like I feel like we both kind of like Kansas.
Yeah, so it's just cool to see, other teams do well that don't normally. It's cool to see other teams come up, compete. It's boring seeing the same teams win again, unless it's your own team.
Yeah, and I will say like the thing with college football for me is it's like the only sport where I feel like you could just give me like any game and I'm gonna be locked in. Like I don't it doesn't even have to be a team I'm like a fan of
Yeah,
just because like
especially
the environment of college football, like the crowds and like all that
yeah,
shit is just like
especially
so easy to get
early,
into.
especially early season when you're been deprived for months and you're just like, I'll take all of it. Just
Yeah,
give me any game possible. I will watch two FCS schools play. I'll watch high school football.
yeah,
Um,
like normally I wouldn't watch Kansas and Fresno State. Like week 8 I wouldn't watch that, but I watched it last week because like fuck it's the first game on.
yeah, you're just consuming everything you could possibly get.
Yeah, until your hopes are crushed like by the end of the year and
You're
you're
like, man,
just done
fuck
with
college
it.
football. Like, what do I watch this shit?
we're
T
we're just we're just like getting on here like out of obligation. Like
It's
our team
crazy.
our
We
teams fucking suck.
we just let a team just ruin our life like that for months.
What sucks is like it ruins your week
Fuck yeah,
the
it
whole
does. Because
next
then
week.
you're not even looking forward to the next week. You're like, oh, we're probably gonna lose. Well, this is great.
See, that's why like
Season's
if
over.
you guys just like barely lose to Bama, at least you'll be like, well, we should win next week. Like
Yeah.
we should. You
We,
won't be
we-
like done with the season if you guys lose like 42-0. You're gonna
yeah, it's
feel.
over. Season's over. If we get blown out, the season's a wash. We like, oh, this is the same team as last year. There's something seriously wrong.
That shit's hilarious. Well, anyways, guys, that was Team Talk as its own episode in this format. So let us know what y'all think. Expecting a lot of Florida State fans and OU fans to
I
join
hope
this.
so. Yeah, hit the comments, let's we can talk about it.
We'll catch y'all next time.